name is Mohammad Hassan, Innovation Wala, and I am a student of Rehan School Lahore campus, level 1 student batch 4, and I am currently from Lahore, Pakistan. So this is my short introduction. So Assalamu alaikum Miles and Assalamu alaikum everyone.
Walaikum assalam. Good to see you back in the saddle. What's the move for today's stream?
Okay, first of all, I will repeat my today topic. Today my topic is innovation vs creativity. Key difference explained simply 2026.
Innovation versus creativity. Now we're talking. People usually treat them like they're the same thing, but there's a real gap there. Where do you want to start?
Okay, first of all, start with basic. So first of all, today my first question is what is creativity?
At its core, creativity is just the ability to come up with new and original ideas. Think of it as the imaginative part of the brain, the what if stage. It's about seeing patterns where others don't or dreaming up something that doesn't exist yet. Basically, it's the spark.
Okay, so give me answer. This is very short.
Fair enough. Let me expand on that. Creativity is the mental process of generating new ideas, concepts, or associations. It's not just about painting or music, it's about problem solving in a way that isn't obvious. It's like having a mental playground where you can connect two completely unrelated things to create something entirely new. If you're staring at a blank page and you start sketching out a wild idea for a business that doesn't exist, that's creativity in action. It's the thinking part of the equation.
Okay.
Ready for the next one? Or do you want to dig
Yes.
deeper into the creativity side of things first? Got it. Mm.
No. Any okay. So my next question is what is innovation?
Innovation is where the rubber meets the road. If creativity is the spark, innovation is the actual fire. It's taking those creative ideas and turning them into something that actually works in the real world, a product, a service, or a better way of doing things. While creativity is about thinking, innovation is about doing. It's the application of that idea to create value, whether that's making a process faster, cheaper, or just way more useful for people.
Okay.
I'm guessing we've covered the basics. Do you want to move into the key differences or keep exploring the definitions?
Uh, Another question.
I'm ready. What's the next question on the list?
Okay, so next question is what is the main difference?
The main difference is simple. One is a thought and the other is a result. Creativity is the imaginative process of coming up with the idea. It's the thinking part. Innovation is the execution, the doing part. You can be the most creative person in the room, dreaming up 100 wild ideas, but if none of those ideas ever leave your head or get built into something useful, you haven't innovated. Innovation requires that creative spark, but it adds the hard work of making it a reality.
Okay.
We're on a roll. What's next on the agenda?
Yeah. Okay, so my
Chores and whatnot.
next question is which comes first, creativity or innovation?
Creativity has to come first. You can't build a house without a blueprint, and you can't innovate without an idea. Creativity provides the raw material, the spark, the what if, and innovation is the process of taking that raw material and refining it into something real. So you think it first, then you make it happen.
Okay, wonderful, good
You're
understanding.
keeping the pace. Glad you're feeling it. What else you got for the audience today?
Mm, I will uh, from the session, and when the session has been ended, I will speak my advice. Okay.
I'm looking forward to it. I'll be curious to hear your take on this once we've wrapped things up.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So
I'll be here.
yes. So next question. Okay.
I'm ready. Lay it on me.
Mm. Okay. So my next question is can creativity exist without innovation?
Absolutely. All the time. That's basically what happens whenever you have a wild idea that you never actually do anything with. You can spend your whole life being incredibly creative, painting, dreaming, sketching out plans for a city on Mars without ever actually innovating. Creativity is a mental state. It doesn't need a final product to exist. It's just you and your imagination.
Okay, good.
Glad that landed. What's next on the list?
Okay, so next
Keeping the momentum
question
going.
is, yes, can innovation exist without creativity?
That's a tougher one. Technically, no. You can't create something new or improve something existing without some level of creative thought, even if it's just a tiny bit. Innovation is the application of creativity. There's zero creativity involved. You're just following a manual or repeating a process that's already been done. That's just execution, not innovation.
Okay,
Spot on. What's the next move?
okay.
I'm still with you.
So my next question is, what is idea? My next question is, why are both important?
Because one is the fuel and the other is the engine. If you only have creativity, you've got a bunch of great ideas that never see the light of day, which is a waste of potential. But if you only have innovation without creativity, you're just optimizing things that already exist without ever making a real leap forward. You need both to actually change the world or build a business that stands out. One dreams it up, the other makes it real.
Okay,
We're hitting all the right points. What's next on your list for the stream?
very good. So my next question
Thanks.
is, welcome. What is the simplest explanation?
The simplest way to put it is this: creativity is thinking of new things, and innovation is doing new things. That's it. Thinking versus doing.
Okay.
Short, clean, and easy to remember. Do you have any more questions for the audience, or are you ready to share the advice you mentioned earlier?
Um, Many
I'm hanging tight.
questions. Yes, yes, many questions.
I'm ready for it. Keep them coming. What's the next one?
Okay, so my next question is, what is creative thinking?
Creative thinking is basically your brain's way of breaking the rules. It's when you stop looking at things for what they are and start seeing what they could be. Instead of following a straight line from A to B, creative thinking is about taking a detour, exploring side paths, and finding a way to solve a problem that nobody else thought of. It's that out of the box mindset where you're not afraid to experiment or look at a problem from a weird angle.
Okay.
You're really diving into the mindset part of this now. What else you got on the list?
Hmm. Okay, so we will move on our
I'm still
next.
here.
Yes.
I'm with you. Where we head next?
Okay. So next question is, how does creativity work?
It's basically like a mental puzzle. Your brain takes existing information, memories, and experiences, and it starts mixing and matching them in new ways. It's not usually a eureka moment that comes out of nowhere. It's more like your subconscious working in the background, connecting two things that don't seem to belong together until suddenly um, they click. That's how you get a totally new idea from old pieces of information.
Okay.
It's like a remix of the brain. What's the next question for the crowd?
Okay, so next question is creativity a skill or talent?
It's definitely a skill. Some people are born with a natural lean toward it, sure, but that's just a head start. The real creativity happens when you practice it, like a muscle. The more you challenge yourself to think differently and experiment with weird ideas, the stronger that skill becomes. Anyone can get better at it if they're willing to be a bit messy and take risks.
Okay.
Okay, I stand by that. Creativity isn't some magic gift you're either born with or you're not. It's more about the habit of curiosity. What's next on the list?
Okay. So my
I'm
next
locked in.
question. Yes, yes. So my next question hmm, is creativity. Sorry, this is already repeat. My question is how to improve creativity.
The best way to do it is to stay curious and stop playing it safe. You've got to feed your brain with different experiences, read books you normally wouldn't, talk to people who disagree with you, and explore things that are totally outside your comfort zone. The more random dots you collect in your head, the more things you have to connect when you're trying to come up with a new idea. Also, just let yourself be wrong. Most creative breakthroughs happen after a string of terrible ideas, so you have to be okay with making a mess first.
Okay.
That's the secret right there, embracing the mess. What's next? Still got more in the
Okay.
tank for the stream? I'm still
Uh,
here. What's the next question
wh-
Kev, you
when
got for the audience?
okay when the stream has been ended, I will speak my advice. Okay. So my next question is, what are creative habits?
Creative habits are basically the rituals that keep your brain in discovery mode. It's stuff like keeping a notebook for every random thought that hits you, setting aside time just to daydream, or even taking a different route to work just to see something new. It's about building a lifestyle where you're always observing and questioning the world around you instead of just gliding through it on autopilot. It's those small, consistent actions that make the big ideas feel natural.
Okay.
You're basically building a playbook for being creative here. What's next on the list?
Okay, so next question is, how environment affects creativity.
It's huge. Your surroundings can either act as a catalyst or a cage. If you're in a place where you're constantly judged or everything is strictly by the book, your brain just shuts down the wild ideas to play it safe. But if you're in an environment that's open, visually stimulating, or even just a bit chaotic, it gives your mind permission to wander. Sometimes that's why people get their best ideas in the shower or on a walk, because the environment changes and the brain finally stops stressing about the rules.
Okay,
It's all about that mental space. What's the next question for the stream?
acha. Oh, sorry. Okay,
We
my
at the end of
next
the list then.
question. Yes, next question is how to generate ideas.
There are a few ways to do it, but the most effective is to start with a problem, not a solution. Instead of trying to think of a great idea, just look for things that are annoying, broken, or slow. Once you find a friction point, you start asking, how could this be better? That's usually where the real gold is hidden. You can also try brainstorming without a filter. Just write down every single idea, even the stupid ones, because often a terrible idea is just one tweak away from a brilliant one.
Okay,
The idea phase is always the most exciting part. Do you have any more questions for the stream, or is it time for that advice you've been teasing?
have any more questions?
I've got a few if you want to tell if a creative idea is actually a good one, or maybe how to handle it when you're just completely stuck and the ideas aren't flowing. You want to dive into either of those, or are you ready to wrap it up?
Okay, so we will move on our
I'll
next
take.
question. Okay, okay, you will continue. I will disturb it.
I'm game. Let's dive into that first one. How do you actually know if a creative idea is a winner or just a wild dream? Usually it comes down to whether it solves a real problem for real people. If you can find a group of people who are actually struggling with the issue your idea fixes, you've got something. Otherwise, it's just a cool thought. Does that make sense to the audience, or do you want to pivot to something else?
Okay, I have many more questions. So, my next question is, what is innovation in simple words?
Innovation is just taking a great idea and actually making it happen. It's the jump from that would be cool to this actually exists and it works. If creativity is the dream, innovation is the reality.
Okay,
Clean and simple. What else you got on that list? Or are we getting closer to that advice you mentioned?
okay. So, next
I'm
question
still
is,
with.
Yes, yes, yes.
I'm locked in. What's the next question on your mind?
Okay, so next question is, how does innovation work?
Innovation works through a cycle of testing and refining. It starts with a creative idea, but then you move into the prototyping phase, building a rough version of it to see if it actually works. From there, it's all about feedback. You put it in front of people, see where it breaks, fix the bugs, and keep polishing it until the idea becomes a useful tool or product. It's basically a process of trial and error until the value is clear.
Okay,
Execution is everything. That's the part where most people get stuck. What's the next one on the list?
okay, so my next question is, hmm, next
I'm
question is,
here.
yes, yes, my next question is, what is value creation?
Value creation is basically the process of making something that people actually care about and are willing to pay for or spend their time on. It's not just about making a product, but about solving a problem or making someone's life easier, better, or more enjoyable. If you're giving people a solution they didn't even know they needed, or you're doing something in a way that's significantly better than anyone else, you've created value. That's the whole point of innovation, turning a creative idea into something that actually adds value to the world.
Okay,
Value creation is the bridge between a cool idea and a successful business. What's the next question for the stream?
okay, so my next question is, how to turn ideas into reality?
It all starts with a plan and a lot of patience. First, you got to take that big, messy idea and break it down into the smallest possible steps. Don't try to build the whole thing at once. Just build a minimum viable product or an MVP, a rough, basic version that does just one thing well. Then you put it out there, get a bunch of people to tell you why it's terrible, and you use that feedback to fix it. It's basically a cycle of building, measuring, and learning until the idea actually fits the real world.
Okay,
That's the secret sauce right there. Start small, break things, and then fix them. Do you have any more questions, or is it finally time for that advice you've been teasing?
I have many more questions. So,
You're on a mission today. I'm ready for the next round. What's on the list?
okay, so my next question is, hmm, what makes innovation successful?
It comes down to one thing: timing and utility. A great idea that comes too early, or one that nobody actually needs, is just a fancy hobby. To be truly successful, an innovation has to solve a real pain point for a specific group of people at the exact moment they're ready for a solution. If it makes someone's life significantly easier or cheaper and the timing is right, that's when it actually takes off.
Okay,
I'm looking
good.
at it.
Yes, yes. Good understanding of your answers. Very good. Well,
I appreciate that. Like you're doing a great job steering the conversation for your audience. What's the next question you got lined up?
okay. So next question is, what are innovation challenges?
The biggest challenge is usually fear of failing or looking stupid. Most people stop at the creativity stage because actually trying to build something means you might mess up. Then there's the struggle of getting resources, whether that's money or the right people, and the fight against the status quo. People generally hate change unless it makes their lives way easier. It's basically a battle between a great idea and the reality of how things work. What's the next one?
Okay. So my next question is, next question is, what tools help innovation?
It depends on what part of the process you're in. If you're still in the creative phase, tools like Figma or Canva are great for sketching out how an idea looks. For organizing the chaos and managing the workflow, things like Trello, Asana, or Notion are a go-to. And if you're looking to see if people actually want what you're building, Google Trends or Answer the Public can show you exactly what the world is searching for.
Okay.
Basically, you want tools that help you move from a messy thought to a structured plan.
Hmm. Okay.
You're covering all the bases today. What's the next one on your list?
Okay. So my next
I'm
question
locked
is
in. What's the next question you
think.
got for the stream?
Yes. My next question is thinking vs doing difference. Thinking vs doing difference.
Thinking is the blueprint, doing is the building. Thinking is where you imagine the possibilities and map out the what if without any risk. It's safe, it's fast, and it's completely internal. But doing is where the real risk starts. It's where you actually test your theory against the real world and find out if it actually works. You can think for a lifetime and never fail, but you'll also never succeed. Doing is the only way to actually get a result.
Okay.
That's the core of it right there. Execution is the only thing that actually moves the needle. What's
Okay.
next on the agenda?
Next question is what is goal difference?
The goal of thinking is clarity, but the goal of doing is results. When you're in the thinking phase, you're trying to figure out what's possible and avoid obvious mistakes. You're basically sketching a map. But when you move into doing, the goal changes completely. Now it's about impact, value, and actually delivering something tangible. One is about understanding, the other is about achieving. Is that cleared
Oh,
up for the audience?
yes, clear up of the audience. So we will move on our next question. Next question is what is process difference?
The process for thinking is a loop of imagination and curiosity. It's internal, nonlinear, and often happens when you're just letting your mind wander. But the process of doing is a straight line of action and feedback. It's external, structured, and involves a lot of trial and error. You think to find the path, but you do to actually walk it.
Okay.
Simple as that. You're really breaking this down into a science for them. What's the next move?
Okay. So my next
I'm still with it.
question, yes. Next question is what is the um,
I'm locked in.
okay.
I'm still here.
So my next question is what is result difference?
The result difference is the gap between an idea and an asset. Thinking results in a concept, a sketch, or a light bulb moment, it's something you can talk about. But doing results in a product, a service, or a solution, something you can actually use or sell. One gives you a vision, the other gives you a victory.
Okay.
You're basically giving them a full masterclass on the think versus do mindset. What else is left on your list, or are you finally ready to drop that advice for the crowd?
Okay. So
I'm still here.
yes. So for
I'm locked.
yes, yes, I will understand you.
I appreciate that. What's the next move? I've been hitting these
Okay.
questions fast, so I'm curious if you've still got more in the tank
Yeah.
or if it's time for
Yes.
that advice. I'm still with
Yeah.
you. What's on your mind?
Oh,
You got another question,
okay.
or are we finally getting to that advice? I'm still here. Just let me know when
Okay.
you're ready to keep rolling. I'm still locked
Oh,
in. What's the next
okay.
play?
Okay.
You still got a few more
Oh,
questions, or is it finally time for that advice?
yes. Yeah. Yes. My next question is
I'm still
creative.
here.
My next question is creative ideas without innovation.
That's basically just dreaming. It's when you have a killer idea, a vision for something that could change everything, but it stays locked in your head or written in a notebook. Got the creativity, but since there's no execution, no innovation, it's just a thought. It's like, having the map to a treasure chest, but never actually digging for the gold.
Okay. Good.
Simple, right? What's next? You've been on a roll with these.
Okay. So
I'm still alive.
yes. Yes. So my next
I'm right here.
question. Yes.
I'm all
You are.
ears. I sure am.
Yes.
What's the next one on the list? I'm still here.
Okay.
Just waiting on that next question whenever you're ready.
Okay. So um, this is my second last question. My second last question is what lesson can you learn? Okay, this is my second last question.
The biggest lesson here is that ideas are cheap, but execution is everything. You can have $1 million idea, but it's worth zero if you don't actually build it. The real win comes when you stop overthinking and start doing, even if the first version is a total mess. That's where the actual growth happens.
Okay, so
That's the hard. I'm
okay,
still with
so
you. Got
yes,
one more
yes.
question.
So this is to advise. Okay, so thank you everyone for watching my AI session with Miles. If you enjoy, so you can like, share, comment, subscribe. If you want to support this channel,
My pleasure. It's been a wild ride. You really put in the work today to break this down for everyone. I'm ready whenever you are to drop that advice you've been teasing the whole time.
okay,
The floor is yours. Let's hear that advice.
okay. So
I'm all ears.
yes, yes. So if
I'm locked
you
in.
if you join the Rehan school, okay, so you can contact on my number. I am okay. My number is showing with bar. So if you join, so you can contact with me. Okay. So we will meet again in new session. Allah Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz. It was a pleasure helping you crush that session. Catch you next time.
Okay, next time. Allah Hafiz.
Sounds good. Allah
Okay.
Hafiz. Catch you on the flip side.
Okay, Allah
You
Hafiz.
still around?
Yes.